Jesus freak here. So yesterday, a former roommate of mine from back when I was in a residential school for autistic kids found me on Facebook, and today we were talking, and we he brought up an old in joke of ours, and I mentioned, the in joke involved another former roommate of mine, and I was talking about how he and some of the other kids I knew there would just be doing whatever, and all of a sudden something come over them, and it's like they just randomly lost their mind, and they just attack whoever was the closest to them out of nowhere for no reason. And the only explanation I had gotten back then was, either, they were bipolar or something, or was there autism, and I mean, like, I'm autistic. I never did that. The one time I just up and lashed out at someone, it was after several hours of boiling. It wasn't out of nowhere. And I never did it again. So, but there were a few of them. Apparently, this one, and sometime after I had left, he was at the mall with my other roommate, and they were doing whatever. And he flipped, and apparently, he was so out of control. I can't imagine, well, if they had two kids from the school together, they probably didn't and have someone with them from them who was working there just to keep an eye on them. But he was so out of control they had to get the cops involved and take him to a psych ward. Or that meant it must have been really bad, even for an autistic kid from that school. And, these days I'm starting to think, I don't think any of the scientific explanations I've heard quite match the description. And I'm a skeptic by my nature. But I'm starting to wonder. I don't think this was autism. I don't think this was bipolar. I don't think this was in their head. I think this was something beyond human cognition, randomly attacking his brain. Kind of like, Legion or various other figures we've heard about in scripture. Just out of nowhere, it's like their mind would go and they'd be a whole nother person. Maybe that's what was actually going on. Of course, science and medicine can't explain the supernatural. You can't use the natural to explain the supernatural. But there was just something going on with some of those kids. And I don't think it was just in their heads. Jesus freak out.